New details about one of Lexington's most recent murder suspects.
Taekwon Anderson was arrested for the death of Quaynell King. Police found Anderson just hours after they named him their suspect. We are learning new details, raising questions to whether he should have been walking free at the time of King's death.
Anderson is scheduled to be in court this afternoon. WKYT's Samantha Valentino will be in the courtroom breaking down that case. Her story is new at noon.
Taekwon Anderson was named a murder suspect at around this time yesterday, and just 4 hours later, Lexington police announced his arrest. He's accused of killing Quaynell King earlier this month. We looked into Anderson's record and found he was already facing several charges in 2 separate cases, including robbery and drug charges. Court records show Anderson had been on house arrest with electronic monitoring for those charges. However, on November 18th, the court modified the conditions of Anderson's release, removing the electronic monitoring, but keeping Anderson on house arrest. Just 2 weeks later, Lexington police say Anderson killed Quaynell King. That shooting happened on December 1st in the 1800 block of Versailles Road. Police say they found shell casings in the area, and shortly after, King showed up at the hospital with a gunshot wound. He later died from his injuries. According to the criminal complaint, witnesses described a vehicle pulling up to King's vehicle at an apartment complex, and multiple shots were fired. Police say cell phone records place Anderson's phone at the scene of the crime and leaving immediately after. Anderson is now charged with murder, and he's currently being held at the Fayette County Detention Center on a $1 million cash bond. He's scheduled to be arraigned here in just under an hour, and we, of course, will bring you all the details of what happens inside that courtroom tonight on WKYT News. But for now, in Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Court records also show Anderson was charged with possession of marijuana 3 days after Quaynell King was killed.